Hello, so today I wanted to bring to you the beginning of the RTS 2-page Family 4x4 series. Janet Madison did this on Patreon in November, and I'm just getting around to doing that this weekend. So she is on Patreon now. She did have a YouTube channel that has a lot of video and content on it, and then she moved to Patreon. Much more comfortable for her to move there, and she only charges $1 a month, and she posts all the time to it, so that $1 a month is well worth it. Best value. So if you want to join Patreon, the RTS, I'll leave a link below on that. Also, there's a Facebook group where there's a bunch of ladies that talk about not just RTS, but also scrapbooking and different things. They're very inspiring. It's a great Facebook group to be involved with. I'll leave a link below, post to that as well. And they did post all of the cuts and how to put the kits together, like a Word document, in that Facebook group. So if you want to join there. I decided this year that I was going to make like a little scrapbooking book of different items that I want to try to scrapbook as I watch videos and stuff. There's an envelope album, things I want to scrap for January, and then just different page layouts that I see. What I'm going to do with this, so this is my RTS 4x4 series section, and I'm going to do sketches of the 4 here that Janet shows on her Patreon account as well. So what I did is I went in and I got my paper pad, which is Lovely Day. This was bought at Tuesday morning, $6.99. It was bought during COVID. I don't think I normally would have bought this. Their stock was very low. Everything they had, I pretty much had already purchased. So I did buy this. There are a few items that I do like in here. So I'm going to say about, I don't know, 70% of this I would use, 30% I would not. I'm going to use it for backing pictures or something, such as the birds and maybe the bunnies, the Vespas, no use for. So, but I'll use it. I'll end up using it. So what I did is I picked my 4 pages, because that's the process for Janet. You pick 4 pages and 1 extra page. So what I did, and you have to number your pages. That's a big thing for her. So this is the first page I picked, number 1. This one was number 2. This was number 3. And then on her process video, she has a diagonal stripe. I went with the stripe for my page number 4. So I pulled those out, cut them down. This is my page number, my extra page. I thought I could use some of these tags for backing or on some of the pages. And I'm going to keep the paper pad on my desk in case I need to pull something out of there. So these are the tops of the pages that I kept, because I'm going to use those. I'm going to throw those in my scrap piles. Then I also pulled out some different items. She pulls out way more. I find that when I pull stuff out, I don't use it, and then I have to put it away. So I try to keep it limited. So I just pulled a few things. I'm in my scrapbooking room. I don't mind getting up and looking through my stuff. So that's all I pulled to go with this. And these are 2-page layouts. Remember that, but you're only using 5 pages to make them. So this is going to be the first one. And basically her second page is filled with photos. 4x6. What I'm going to do is add some cut aparts into that. So your first page is basically going to be, I got an extra one, something like this. You put your 2 photos here, and then you fill up the second page with photos. That's layout number 1, which I'm going to be working on today, and I'll come back and I will show you that. And then what I did for this is my kit for page 2. This is my kit for page 3. And this is my kit for page 4. So all of that is ready to go. And I will go back and I will watch her videos to see how she lays it out. And then I will go ahead and I will do my own take on it using my own pictures. So the subject of my 4x4 series is going to be, I fell, broke my ankle, had to have surgery. So I'm going to do the progression of that. I was off my feet for about 8 weeks. I'm just getting back on to my feet, learning how to walk again. I feel like a little kid sometimes. It's like, hey, I took my first step without my boot. Woohoo! But yeah, so that's the progression that I'm going to show with this. And we'll see how it turns out. I'll be back in a moment. Hi, so I'm back with my final layout for Sketch 1 for RTS. I did forget to tell you that I am also using this Project Life pocket cards collection. I bought a whole bunch of these from Tuesday morning that I'm hoarding and I'm trying to get rid of. So I will be using these as well with the Lovely Day paper pad. So let's put that up here. Here's my final layout, which I'm very happy how this came out. I did try using a background paper prior the first time, and there was too much pattern going on, so I felt that the white worked much better. So I did go with the white. I used my new Creative Memories border punch to create these banners, and these are all, this is from the border strips, this is from the Project Life cards, which this was one, and I cut it in half, and like you can see, I just added to the, it said just typical day, so I put, nope, not your typical day. I added these. This is from a Tim Holtz punch that I used, both for the leaves and the flowers. I've had these brads in my stash forever, so I pulled those out, and I popped up some of the flowers out to give it some dimension. I did ink, and I think it's Blue Jeans, and it's Tim Holtz. What happened is this white piece of paper was not a true 12 by 12. And then after I put it together, I was like, oh, wow. So what I decided to do was just get a navy blue cardstock, and it added the border, and it was a nice mistake that I made because I was happy it brought in the blue a little bit more. I did have extra photo. I probably will have extra journaling, which I will put on the back of this since I use this 3D ring binders. I always, any extra photos I put on the back, and then if I have extra journaling or something, then I would put that on there. But this is the beginning. This is where I fell. This is the doctor's office, going into surgery, my x-ray, and then basically this is going to be about how my support system helped me. My daughter came home from college to help. My husband was obviously a big help, and my mother-in-law would make us dinner and bring it over for us. At work, my boss brought in a cart where I could at least move around or put something on it because I couldn't put any weight bearing on my foot. Calcium, overnight oats to strengthen up my bones. But yeah, so this is the first week, and I used those Project Life cards. I put week 1 here. I'm gonna journal here. I popped this up a little just to give it some dimension. Janet from RTS, she used, like I think I said, all 4x6 and papered the whole thing, and then just did like a cluster in between them. I cut my photos down because I had 4 of these I wanted to get in, and then I put these 3 on top. Plus I wanted to, I didn't want it to be all pictures. I just didn't want to wallpaper the whole thing with pictures. So that's why I did this little band of Project Life cards. But very happy how it turned out. And I will leave the links below to, like I said, Patreon, and to the Love RTS Facebook group if you'd like to join. You can do that. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Talk to you. Bye-bye.